Okay, here is the deal. In this last move on the upside in QNT, something happened which in my opinion is extremely bullish, and in this video I am going to talk to you about it, and we are going to see what might be next for Quant in the next couple of weeks. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you are having a great time with your family and loved ones. And before we see what is going on in here, I need to tell you that tomorrow I'm going to put, I think it's going to be about an hour-long video out for my members, and in it I'm going to talk about the altcoins that I'm having and their bull run targets and what might be next for Bitcoin and altcoin market. So if you're interested in those informations, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. If you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. Feel free to watch the public videos. Now, the general scenario in Quant, we were saying for so long that it is absolutely 100% bullish. And here's the deal. In this move on the upside, if I just go on weekly time frame, maybe zoom in a bit more, excuse me, and hide everything, as you can see, we actually took all of these highs right in here, which is, in my opinion, a very bullish sign. Why is that? Well, let's go around here. There we go. You see, in a correction structure in form of an A, B, C zigzag, we are going to have sub waves like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into a correction for wave B, maybe ABC, maybe WXY, doesn't really matter a whole lot, and another 5 wave down into our C leg. Understood? Okay. Now we're gonna go on the live chart, and maybe it's actually best to go on a less busy chart and count some waves. Let's go on Binance. Okay, there we go. So here is the situation. From this high to around the lowest low in this region, we can actually find a very solid 5 wave on the downside, and followed by that, I can tell you, maybe from this low and ending to somewhere around this high, or maybe this one, doesn't really matter a whole lot. We are going to have a corrective movement on the upside. Probably I would say it's actually, yep, a WXY, potentially in form of a flat and a zigzag, and then we are having from this point a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down, and on a higher degree, let's just change the color of this one. Okay, we are having from the highest high in this area around $230, and A, B, C zigzag to about the lowest low in this region around $50. Now, this ABC wasn't actually confirmed. When did it get confirmed? When we got, you know it, this move up, and in it we took the height of our B leg. So what's the message in Quant? If anybody had any doubt about this move up and whether we are going to continue that or not, now I'm gonna say they don't really have a whole lot of bearish excuse to say that we are in a bear market. And because we took these highs, I'm gonna say the next target is definitely going to be taking this high around, let's say, $230. And if we take this one, the next target, you know it, is actually setting an all-time high and take the highest side around $450. So in my opinion, taking the high tower B leg in Quant in weekly time frame is a very important bullish sign, and especially because the nature of this move up right in here screams impulsive. We can now be quite more bullish with a whole lot more confidence in QNT and say probably this is going to be just the beginning of the bull run. And what do we have starting from the lowest low in this region around $50? A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, maybe in form of a wedge structure into a larger degree wave 1, followed by that correction for wave 2. And at the moment, I would like to argue that we are on our way up to complete the sub waves for this wave 3, which I do believe there's a very high chance that we are actually just in the middle of completing the waves for our wave 3. And then we're gonna have correction for wave 4, and followed by that even another move up into wave 5. And if we're gonna have an extension structure into this wave 5, then okay, we are going to see some more fireworks just in this leg into this wave 5, and the targets might actually be absolutely outrageous. Now, do we have some more bullish evidence that suggests in the next couple of weeks in Quant we are going to get some big moves on the upside? Absolutely. what is going on in terms of indicators? First, as you can see in MACD, we are having a buy signal, which is a fantastic sign that suggests this is indeed the beginning of our bull run. And in RSI, we are somewhere around the overbought region. Now, here is the situation. When you are having a ranging market, something like this, at that point, you can say, well, okay, if in RSI, we reach to somewhere around the oversold area, then we're going to get a bounce back in RSI and also on the live chart. And then after reaching to around the overbought, we're going to get a move down also in the live chart, the same, and basically so on and so forth. However, when you are in a trending market, in that case, RSI reaching to somewhere around the overbought area suggests that the uptrend definitely has a lot of power, and chances are it is going to continue for quite some time. So why do I believe that we're not in a ranging market in QNT's price chart? Number one, again, we took the height of our B leg in here, which is a very, very bullish sign. And number two, the nature of this move up right in here. Does it look like an impulse or maybe a correction? I don't know about you guys. To me, this seems like a very strong and sharp move, which is a very important characteristic of an impulsive structure. And based on that, we can say our move up is going to continue for quite a bit. And basically, we are not in a ranging market in Quant's price chart. And that's why I want to say RSI in weekly time frame in QNT reaching to somewhere around the overbought region is actually an extremely bullish sign, which suggests our move up, number one, is far from over, and number two, it's actually going to continue for the next couple of weeks. And by the way, I want to be very clear, when I say the next couple of weeks, I don't mean the next week or two. No, I'm thinking more like the next 8 to maybe even 10 weeks. Based on what I'm seeing in here, again, I'm expecting some more serious fireworks coming in Quant in this period of time. Now, does this mean that we are going to get a very sharp move on the upside without having any move down? Probably not. I would say that we are going to do something like this. Let's go around here. There we go. We're going to do, for example, a very quick move up and then consolidation, followed by that soon another move up, consolidation, another move up, and then some more consolidation, followed by another huge move on the upside. This is the normal behavior in a bull run. There is no such thing as just green candlestick after one another. This can happen, but in a very short period of time, maybe for like a couple of days. What I'm talking about is for the next 2 months. And I think it's absolutely necessary for us to, after a move down, get some sort of a consolidation in order to gather the power for the next big move on the upside. This is the whole purpose of this small corrective movement, okay? It's just in order to gather some power for the next move. And based on that, what are we having in the short term? Let's go on H1 time frame, delete this line, there we go. As you can see, we are having a move down starting from the highest side around $162. And you might ask, what is causing this move? Well, first of all, as you can see, we got a very solid move up right in here, and this can be just a consolidation phase in order to gather the power for the next move on the upside. And the reason that we got it off of this area, it's actually because of classic TA, meaning support and resistances. And if I just go on our original chart, there we go. You see, we are having in here a very important resistance, which I think it was from daily and weekly time frame at the same time between, let's say, 155 to about $161. So by the first time that we touch this thing, in my opinion, makes perfect sense for us to get some sort of a reaction from it, and hopefully the next time that we are going to attack this region, we're going to get a move up above it and then pull back, and followed by that a continuation of the move up in order for us to be able to say that this resistance is officially broken. And at that point, because above here I'm not seeing really a whole lot of strong resistances, we can say this move up in like very short term is going to continue possibly for another 30 to even 50%. I think that's definitely possible. So let's have our final conclusion and wrap up today's video about QNT. At the moment, in my opinion, there is absolutely nothing to be worried about in Quant. I think our move up is definitely natural and very, very normal. And having these types of slow and steady moves on the downside is actually a very, very good thing, because in this phase, we are trying to gather the power for the next big move on the upside. And as you can see, the reason that we got this small move down is because in here we are having a very important resistance, and I do think that soon we are actually going to get a move up in order to get a break of it and then continue our bull run, which I think is just far, far from over. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in QNT's price chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.